We spend at least a few hours on social media every day to update our feeds and profiles, plus a lot of time on creating video and photography material. Not to be seen, but because our passion is sharing.
Hi and welcome to lesson number 9. Today we're going to talk about freedom or fame. That depends on what motivation you have for your traveling. What is your motivation for traveling? Be honest.
Our motivation was that we were so tired of every day back home, so that was the main purpose of our travel. But we also imagined that we would be bloggers, that we would write a Danish travel blog about what we were experiencing and what we were seeing around Europe. So we began blogging from day one. That was our main purposes. That was traveling for ourselves, but also to share our experiences. What we found out while traveling and while being on the road is that we actually love to share. We love to share. Not only we are here and we are so lucky, and no, we don't want to share that at all actually, because we are pretty much down to earth. But we want to share our experiences, and we want to share them because we want other people to try the same. Not only to become full-time travelers as you are part of now, but when people go on holiday, then please go down this little street and see this store, or go to this little restaurant and try eating there. They have a fantastic carbonara or whatever it can be. We want to share what we experience so other people can try it too and be just as happy about it as we were when we were there. So sharing is a huge part of the traveling that we are doing now, and that's why we also spend a lot of time answering questions to people who write us or call us, or we are in magazines or on TV, and because we want to share, we want other people to feel the same kind of joy that we do by traveling. So that's a thing that we discovered that we didn't actually plan on, but we love to share, and whenever we can do it, we do it.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't plan on becoming famous, and we are still not famous, but yes, we are famous. Yeah, I've met people who say, I saw you once, because we have our blog written on the motorhome, and we saw you once in another country, and we've read about you and followed you ever since, and it's so nice to meet you again. So things might evolve as you go, but today you have to find out what is your main goal for traveling. Is it just for you, or is it to become famous or semi-famous, or do you have something in your heart that you want other people to learn about? So what is your main purpose of this new life that you are starting?
And we're not that, it doesn't matter. We look a bit silly on the camera. Actually, it's more heartwarming that we're us, and not this kind of people when we're on, and this kind of people when we're off. When you see us in real life, that's what you get.
Yeah, we're real, and I guess that's what people actually like. So we decided that from the beginning we don't want to be something that we're not. Although we tried one time, we actually studied because we wanted to look like the other.
How are we going to do this?
We wanted to look like the other Instagram people out there. So we studied how do we pose and how do we smile, and we had
how do you smile without smiling, and looking without looking, and
squinting your eyes and
smiling, no teeth, and up your chin, but still looking in the camera. That was, oh my
we
God.
had a great laugh.
It was fun.
Really funny,
Yeah.
and we made some really funny pictures where we looked in our opinion, totally stupid. So this wasn't for us, and we haven't done it since. But if you do know how to pose and you do know how to make beautiful pictures, and
then that's what you should do.
then you should do that if that's your passion and that's your goal for your travel. But remember, it has to be your goal for your travel. And if you want to be an Instagram star that takes pictures of you on the beach all the time in swimwear or something like that, then it's okay. If that's what motivates you, and that if that's what your plan is, then it's okay. There's no right or wrong, and there's no right recipe of how you want to do this. But it's important that you know before you go what motivates me and what do I actually want out of this trip. Do I want to be famous, or do I want to find myself, or do I want to evolve myself?
We wanted to travel mainly because we wanted to see the world for ourselves, and we wanted to see what is going on, places you don't see in the television or you don't hear about. So mainly we went out to see the world, and after a bit we thought, okay, this is for us, so we're going to write about the things that makes us happy and the things that we see. And that's the main thing. Do it for you and what makes you happy.
So our travel blog is not like any other travel blog. It's a blog from our perspective, and sometimes things on the blog is a bit odd, or we see things in different view than other people do, we find other things interesting. But that's because this blog is 100% us. It's not a copy of what anybody else has done, because it's easy to copy other people.
We've seen a lot of these blogs where it's only copy paste and a lot of advertising, and the blogs don't tell us much about the people or the person that writes these things. So making it more personal makes us more feel like this is us, and this is our blog, and this is the things that we want to talk about and we want to tell people. And that's much more, how you say,
personal.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that are following us because they know who we are and they know what we stand for, and they have the same interest in seeing the same particular things that we do, and viewing the world like we do.
Yeah.
Another part of not being true to yourself and not being who you actually are, and doing the things that you actually want to do, is that you make whatever work you want to do even harder for yourself. If you want to be Insta famous, and you want to take these pictures of you on the beach, but that's not really you, it's gonna be twice the work. So you might as well be honest to yourself and do the things that is your passion, and travel the way that you want to travel, and do it have this motivation for traveling that is 100% you, because otherwise you're just gonna make everything more difficult for yourself.
And you will get a lot of negative questions or other negative inputs from others. You need to learn to set them aside and just say that's their opinion, but I'm still doing this because you want to do this,
and because you do it in a way that motivates you.
And it's not selfish to do it your way, the things you want to do. It's not selfish to be happy on your own terms.
As long as you know why you're traveling, everything else is okay.
Yeah, now we talk a lot about the media and blogging and all this. You might have another plan, what in the motivation for getting out traveling. And that's important, that the one that motivates you is the one that gets you traveling.
Exactly. It shouldn't be for other people, or what does other people think and how do other people think that I should travel. I think we talked about it earlier, that this is you, this is your travel, and don't let anyone else decide on what kind of travel or how you will be traveling, and especially why you want to be traveling. This is you. So from the start, our plan has not been to become famous. It can't be your plan that you want to be seen, or you want to be heard. There are many ways to get seen and heard. It can be blogging, or it can be Instagram, or you can do podcasts, or you can be some sort of entrepreneur. But our main goal was not to be famous. It was to be happy.
Maybe you have some specific thing you want to blog about, and you have seen that it's something that's needed, or something that nobody is writing about or blogging about. And that's good to have a goal, because there are a lot of bloggers out there. If you look around, it's a big sea of bloggers, and it's very difficult to get into the blogging business.
It absolutely is. And that was why blogging was secondary for us, because for us it was to satisfy our own needs of traveling, not other people's needs.
Yeah, it was kind of a diary for ourselves, and maybe for our family and friends to read about where are we now, and where are we going, and what are we experiencing, and what is the whole purpose of this traveling. We'll go, Meow. Last email.
This is a circus. All them cats.
That's when you're so big-hearted that you take every little cat in, every little kitten. Yeah.
That wasn't our plan either.
No.
Not to travel for animals. And even though we didn't plan on it, we now have an adopted sheep, and we have been tending for a horse, a foal without a mother, and all the cats and dogs that we meet. But that's a part of evolving on the way.
And if you're an animal lover, it's very hard not to love all these beautiful animals we meet along the way.
That can also be a purpose of your travel, that you want to rescue animals.
Or write about animals.
Or write about animals.
Yeah.
Take pictures of animals. So that's also a part of who you are and what you might want to do. We don't need to be famous, all of us, or semi-famous, or 10% famous. We
all teaching everybody everywhere about where you've been and what you've seen, and if it's just for you, then that's okay.
It's more than okay.
Yeah, more than okay.
Because then that's what you want.
If you have decided that this travel is only for you and not for social media and being famous, then that's fine too.
As long as you are honest to yourself and open-minded, then everything you decide today is okay. You just have to decide. So that's it for today. Lesson number 9 is over, at least the video part. So now it's time to get on with your worksheets and your daily challenge. So bye for now.
Bye.
Remember that no matter how easy it looks, you don't get famous by just lying on a beach. Social media and media in general demand a lot of work. Go learn some skills before you go.